Heidi ho everybody, Nancy D here. It is Saturday, September the 28th, and I'm coming to you with the long overdue update. I last updated at the end of February, and at that time I promised you I would do it more often, and I have not, so I apologize. What I'm going to do is just a quick recap of everything that's happened in my life since then. It's been a tremendously busy year so far. Lots of good stuff, so I'm going to share it all with you. I noticed on my last video I had a lisp, so that's the start of what happened. I ended up with a capped tooth that I had damaged biting down on a hard seed in whole grain bread. Over the course of 9 or 10 months, it never really settled down. Dentist wanted to do a root canal after 2 bouts of antibiotics. This is now going on past a year. I said no, just pull it. They pulled it. It was abscess, so they would not have been able to proceed with the root canal had they started it. It would have had to come out. So I knew. Anyways, I didn't realize how much it was impacting the way I talked, how much I was favoring my jaw, but I was really lisping in that last video, so that's why. In March, some changes at work, sort of, kind of some changes. I got a promotion. I am now manager of my domain of the electronic patient record software and projects around that. So I have 5 people that I supervise now, 6 actually, and probably will have a couple of more. I'm hoping 1 for sure, hope possibly 2 in the not too distant future, because we are so busy and have so much coming up, but we'll see. We're in a deficit, so that's a maybe, but I think we will possibly do that. Anyways, hasn't actually changed a lot of what I did before, other than add some administrative stuff to it and many more meetings. God, about a month ago I counted, I had 27 meetings in 1 week. It was crazy. In April, I went home for a few days for Easter and had a belated birthday party with my nephews and niece, the triplets. Turned 9, can't believe it. We had a wonderful time. I decorated the house and it was just a blast. And then we painted Easter eggs the old-fashioned Ukrainian way, which just took me right back, because we used to, as kids, do that with my grandmother. And it's quite a complicated process, so maybe this Easter I'll do, I enjoyed it so much I haven't done it for a couple of years, and I love doing it, so I'll do a video on that someday and show you guys how it's done. In May, I went to Alberta for a few days to spend some time with friends and family there. I had a wonderful time, but also ended up with a tremendous allergic reaction to the 2 dogs that lived in the house where I stayed. They are large dogs that shed a lot. I have never lived in a house with a dog. I knew I was allergic to cats. Did not know I was that allergic to dogs. My eyes just swelled, and I didn't realize that was happening until the end of the 3rd day. So didn't start taking Benadryl until the end of the 4th day. So yeah, I was in rough shape. It took a good week for the swelling in my eyes and stuff to go down. It was kind of funny. In July, I took 3 weeks off vacation. Went out to the farm for nearly the entire 3 weeks. Had some of my favorite cousins in the whole world come down for a week to help me celebrate my 50th birthday, which isn't actually till September, but that's when they could take holidays. We had a huge party at my brother's and his wife's, a big barbecue and all-night bonfire. I went to bed about 3. There were some people who were there at 7 around the fire when my sister-in-law came out with coffee for them, so a good time was had by all. Then in August, I went to Chicago for a week for a work conference. Took an extra day and did a little bit of sightseeing as well, so enjoyed that. Lovely city. Would love to go back and spend more time there sometimes, because again, the conference took up the majority of the time that we were there, but we did get a little bit of sightseeing in. And then my actual birthday was September 2nd. So my sister-in-law had me out to their seasonal campsite for that. Again, lovely time. Had some old-time friends. One of my best friends that I've had all of my life. She's the same age as me. So I'm sure if they had cameras, we would have pictures of each other at each other's first birthday party. That's how long I've known Miss Carolee. And one of the other girls that came out who was also turning 50 in September, who's a good friend of my sister-in-law's now, but I've known for over 30 years. So, and then there were other people that I knew that came out too. So that was a wonderful time. Came back, and so turning 50. Just a little bit about that. I talked in my last video about how it was kind of doing a little bit of a mind thing with me, and really it was a bit of a process to get through, and it wasn't so much the age 50 from my perspective, but I think a big part of it is everybody else keeps saying, oh, you're turning the big 50, oh, that's the big birthday, that's the big milestone. So you start thinking about, well, this is like a big milestone, this is a big marker. What have I done to deserve this milestone? Like, am I worthy, right? And so it just took some processing and getting used to this, right? Suddenly I'm seeing all of these lines and wrinkles, and I've earned every one of those laugh lines and frown lines through the good times and the bad over the past 50 years. But I look in the mirror sometimes and I think, who is that old woman? But I'm okay for the most part, but it's getting used to what that new exterior is going to be like. It's aging, right? It's not getting older, as Janie said so eloquently earlier this week, but it's the whole aging process and being okay with that. But I'm very happy to say that by the time September 2nd rolled around and I turned 50, I had settled into being 50. I had arrived. And in sort of doing that self-assessment, I am very proud of my accomplishments over the past 50 years, both professional and personal. Professionally, didn't realize till I did my resume for this job just how much I have done in that regard. And I continue to feel like I'm making a difference every single day in the care our patients are getting by the work that I do. So couldn't be happier on that front. On a personal level, again, I look back at my life and all the amazing people I've had in it over the years. Some have come, some have gone, some have stayed, some have passed on. But many of them over the course of the year have stuck around. They're still good friends. And I may not see them often, I may not talk to them often, but they are still right here, strong. And they lift my soul and they lift my heart. And I can say, well done, because I have great taste in friends. So, and have been very blessed with my family. So, yeah, I am really okay with where I am, and I have mountains to climb yet. I'm not done, but I can look in the mirror and say, well done for the most part, right? And even the mistakes weren't mistakes, because they helped me in moving towards becoming the woman I want to be. Again, thank you, Janie. That was also an eloquent quote from her. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Now, in my last video, I also talked about plastic surgery and being on the waiting list for that, right? I had always thought it would be nice to have that done by the time I was 50. Didn't happen. But 3 days after my 50th birthday, I got the call from Central Scheduling, and I will be having my surgery on October the 18th. Yay for me! I am so excited, and I honestly, I have no expectations as far as how it will look. I keep having these moments where, you know, I roll over in bed and I have to adjust the fold, right, because it's pinching, or I'm tucking them into my pants and I'm thinking, wow, it won't be there pretty soon. Or right now, with walking, the sweat, you know, in the creases. I'll still be sweating, but there won't be a crease there to catch it, right? But I really am having a hard time conceptualizing what that really will be like, other than I'm tremendously stoked and excited and I can't wait for it to happen. I will do before and after shots of the skin, but I probably won't post them till post. I I'll see. I will try to do one more update though before I go in. In preparation for the surgery, what am I doing? Well, in the last over the summer, I didn't mention one thing. I've been very social with a lot of wine throughout those social events and food. Put on a few pounds, but that's gone. So I'm actually sitting exactly where I was when I did my surgery, my video in February. Non-scale victory for the summer, golfing once a week on a Tuesday night for a ladies' fun night with 2 friends, something I've always wanted to do for the 20 years that I've golfed, and usually only gotten out 2 or 3 times a summer. Every Tuesday night, and some weeks we went twice a week, and there were some weeks that I even got out 3 times a week. Yay for me! Love that game. Anyways, and my game has improved a great deal with doing it more regularly, although I couldn't consider myself good yet. Anyways, back to surgery. So, surgery's on the 18th. Found out about it on the 5th, I think, 4th or 5th. I had my golf tournament for work that Saturday, and starting that Sunday, I decided that, and it's not an attempt to lose weight, but I just want to go in as strong and as lean as I can for my surgery. So, starting on that Sunday, no alcohol until I have healed post-op. I've been really diligent with eating well, for the most part. Have had a couple of, times when I've, one day in particular, and it wasn't that I ate bad, I just ate too many calories, right? So I'm tracking my calories, which I do sporadically anyways, just to keep me on track, but I am being very diligent about it. I'm eating clean, I'm eating dense protein, fruits and vegetables, and that's it. I do have Laughing Cow cheese, and I do allow myself a few wheat thin crackers a day, because I find if I don't have that little bit of carb, I want it. But other than that, it's pure dense protein, turkey, chicken, eggs, protein shake in the morning, and then fruits and vegetables raw. That's all I've been eating. Some cooked, like spaghetti squash, things like that, right? Cooked and raw. So that's my diet. I'm really good normally about my vitamins, probably 4 or 5 times a week. I'm super diligent in doing them 7 times a week. And it's not because I just want to be as strong as I can pre-op, right? So I think, and I'm walking 2 miles every single day, except for the Tuesday nights when I do golf, and on the weekends I'm doing 5K. And again, it's just to get my core muscles as strong and as strong as I can, to get me through that recovery phase when I can get active again. When I'm walking, I'm not just walking. I have this little baby here, and I do various arm exercises. I usually do 30 reps of each on each arm, 1 arm at a time, because if I do 2 at a time, I lose my balance on here. I have this thing here also. It's like the Suzanne Summer slide thingy. But because of the spring, it actually is a good source of continuous resistance. And continuous resistance for multiple reps will help to tone and not necessarily build mass. So yeah, stoked, excited. I do have some muscle there, you can see. Not a lot. I have a lot of skin flab there too. I don't know if I'll ever have that done, but I babble on. I want to thank all of my new subscribers. I've noticed there's been a few of you there. I still am always surprised when somebody subscribes. So welcome. I appreciate your support and interest. Thank you to all my longtime friends online, men and women who are amazing. You are a never-ending source of inspiration and support to me. When I'm having a day when I'm kind of down, all I need to do is watch a couple of videos or pop onto Facebook, and you guys never fail to lift my heart. So I thank you for that. I hope that you're all well. I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I hope that you're taking care of each other. I hope that you're loving one another. Make a great day.